drop that track. Hey, yo, listen, it's going down just like this.
Good evening, everyone. It's another episode of I'm Just Saying. Joining me tonight are some of my cast members from New York and also Virginia. Some old members and some present members now. So at this time, I'm going to have everybody introduce themselves. We're going to start with you first, Carlos.
Hi, guys. My name is Carlos Adams. Been a member of NJ Productions, Virginia, since 2010.
Hi, I'm Tiffany. I've been a member of NJ Productions since 1995.
Ooh, somebody beat me.
Yeah. Kristen.
Oh, okay. My bad. I'm sorry. We're going out of order. My name is Kristen. I have been a part of NJ Productions since 2014. Virginia edition. I'm not from New York. Go ahead, Suave.
Yo, mira, que pasó? This your boy Mike V, aka the ticket seller, aka. Nah, I gotta keep going. Yo, it's Michael Vasquez. I've been with I'm here in Virginia Beach, Virginia. You know, shout out to all my people in New York. But I've been with NJ Productions. Oh man, I don't even think I ever was a part of NJ Productions. I just showed up and they put me on stage. Nah, 2014, I think it was.
I can tell already this is going to be an interesting show tonight. One second. So wait,
how are we gonna be drinking soda on screen, Suave?
Absolutely. Like he acting like he back in the hood on the block.
No, wait a minute. What happened? I told you. I'm sorry to all the fans out there. I was at a basketball game supporting one of my youngins that I coached when I was young. She older now. Look at her. But I went to the game. But anyways, I'm here with Mountain Dew. This is Mountain Dew. This is not nothing crazy.
Okay, so we can get started tonight. So my first question to y'all is, when did we meet and how did we meet?
We just all told you where we met.
Where we met? We did not. Where did we meet?
I'll go first.
You go.
All right, so for everyone out there, if y'all don't know, Nisha met me at a gentleman's club while I was dancing. No, I'm just playing. No. We actually met up through at Geico. I think oh my gosh, she's gonna kill me. Her twin sister,
Rebecca.
Yes, Becca. Thank you. She worked at Geico at the time, and I guess she thought I'd be good for the production, and Nene came up there and I met her through there, and then just been sky's the limit since then. So I appreciate you, Nene, for believing in me.
By the way, he's the only one that calls her Nene. Do y'all call her Nene in New York?
No. When I was a kid, that's what they called me.
Yeah, see, I got privileges. Y'all gotta call her Miss, Miss Nisa. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, Kristen, go ahead, Tiffany.
I've known Nisha pretty much all my life. We are cousins, and when she first started doing her plays, pretty much I was forced. so that we were like the originators of NJ Productions.
We was trying to figure it out.
Yeah,
I believe you on that force thing.
Carlos.
I was introduced to Nisha back in 2010. A friend and church member, Miss Inez Cox, that she was in a play with Nisha, and so Nisha needed another character, and I auditioned for one character, but Nina said that well, she wanted me to do this other character, so it's been ever since 2010, like I said before, and you know, I appreciate her for accepting me because I was green, and she nurtured me and, you know, worked with me ever since. So much love.
Oh,
Kristen. Oh, God.
Well, I don't even know how I met Nisha. I came to an audition well, first of all, I wasn't coming to the audition. Matthew Caldwell, who was her musical director at the time, which I hardly knew him, by the way, sent me this he just showed up to my birthday party one time, and I was like, oh, we're friends. Anyway, he sent me a text and told me about an audition, and then it snowed, so the audition was canceled. So I was like, great. And then he called me back and was like, they rescheduled, you should still come. I auditioned to sing background, and somehow, some way, in Nisha Jones fashion, she handed me, she was like, we're going to do improv. I want you to act for me.
Yep, that Yonkers. That's that Yonkers.
And,
yo, that's big facts. That's how Nene do, man.
And so I ended up doing improv with Jadon. He was my son, and we were at the doctor's office. I don't know. And next thing you know, I got an email that was like, you've been casted for the role of Promise. And I was like, what?
That sounds like her. That sounds like her.
And the rest is history.
Oh my God, that is so true.
I told me to sing, and she was like, I know you here to sing, but I just need you to do some improv. Like, what?
That's her.
Oh my goodness, that's funny because I didn't even acknowledge you when I sent the invitation to do the acting. I didn't even acknowledge the singing part.
Because I was not there to act. I was there to, and then I still had to sing a song. So
that's her.
Here it is.
Yeah.
Keisha. So when
Yes,
did
I'm
you
back,
become a part of NJ Productions, and how did we meet?
We went to the same church. I'm not quite sure how I ended up in it either. I really got an act. I probably didn't. Highly likely, I probably did not audition either. Because at that time, I mean, I'm pretty comfortable with doing things on the stage now, but at that time, I absolutely did not like doing anything on the stage. So I'm not sure how I got in it either. But I was in it.
So I don't understand how the New York people saying I forced them.
Clearly, that's New York, the VA.
For real, they just New York. Happened over here too.
Is that
Carlos? We bossy.
Yeah, and
Carlos
mine was like over 20 years ago. So
that's crazy.
Yeah,
Carlos
auditioned. We can all relate because Nisha always. Instead of you just acting, you do everything. You the stage crew, you the janitor.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Exactly. Everything.
And see, you know, I don't know how it was in New York, but definitely down here, like me and Candy were on set design, and Carlos and Suave were on like moving furniture, sweeping
everything
off the beach, cutting the grass, like everything.
That's how it goes.
We were wardrobe. We were everything.
Especially that New York trip.
Oh man, don't get me started with that, man.
Oh,
that's the sore spot.
Oh God, it's so funny. So my question to y'all is, so what?
No, hey Mike, the driver.
Yo. Nene got a 12-passenger van, and we had 16 cast members.
God.
With luggage.
Oh, Lord.
Done.
With luggage.
Done.
My next question to you, Michael, what have you learned?
I learned how to be. I learned how to be humble. I learned how to be humble. I mean, I learned a lot.
No, on a serious note, you have everybody here has worked with other
your
production companies and
yeah,
other different, different people really on the serious. So, what would you say would be some of your pluses and takeaways from NJ Productions?
Know how to lift furniture.
Yeah.
I can't.
Know how to not be offended when she yells, "Everybody get out!" Because or when she says,
New York.
"You're messing up my scene." No, but for real, I think it's been proven over and over again. At least the VA edition of NJ Productions, we're a family, and it doesn't matter how terrible rehearsals have been going. Like, we already know, at least the OG ones. It's like when the lights come up, we good. Like, it's gonna be a good show one way or the other. I think we've learned how to just feel each other's energy and depend on each other and get it done regardless. So,
Right.
Carlos.
I mean, piggybacking what Christian said, I mean, as a family, there are certain ones that I know that you can, even when the newbies come in, there are certain, you can rely on each other, and that, like Christian said, the OGs, the newbies have to pass a test. They have to get their teeth cut. And one thing is that we're going to look out, for each other and help each other out. That's one thing I say with family. Even when you mess up, not to say we're going to let you know. We're going to let you know to pull each other up and try not to make the show look bad, and help one another out. And the other thing that I really enjoyed over the years is that not only the family part, but the spiritual part too. And I bragged everybody that I come across about, the spirit that we the spirit that's in, because at times in the past when you think you come into a rehearsal, we're gonna have church. And working with other production companies and not being negative, I didn't have that feel. So that was the big, the two biggest things: family and the spirit, the love for the Lord. So those are the two big things right there.
Michael.
Uh-oh.
Okay.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
Yo, as I'm drinking though, oh man.
Let me put my hat on.
Yo, for real. Nah, you crazy, man. I mean, the takeaway for me, man, that I've always, loved is the messages. Each play that we have done, there's a message behind it. Now, yes, we have fun, behind the scenes, even during the plays, because there's been times where we know as a cast someone messed up and said the wrong name, Carlos. But that just goes to show our OGs, as she was saying, well, we just went with it. It's just like all those times before or during rehearsals in the beginning when we role play and we did things like that, that just prepared us, when we're on stage. So again, at the end of the day, for me, my takeaway is always the message that Nisha is, looking to bring to the crowd. These are, abuse, drugs, kids dying, making bad decisions. All this is reality. These people go through this, and for them to see it. I mean, even my first play with her, when I was, when my daughter died, and Promise, was the older one. She was the one that left and came back. The prodigal son or prodigal daughter, if I may say. That really happens. The girl that I just had in my back seat, her mom is the one that came to our show at 3:00. And she was just in tears. She was bugging because all she could see is her daughter or my daughter in that situation. Wow. So again, I know I'm chattery. I'm sorry, but it's the messages that you bring, Nisha, that I just can't even explain. It's overwhelming. And how we take it from the paper and put it on the stage is even better. Because we know half the time you just give us 2 sheets of paper and we ad-lib everything else.
First of all, he was being serious too long. I was like, it's coming. There's got to be a joke. It's coming. It's true though. Nisha will give us a play with 15 scenes, and there'll be like 4 sheets of paper, and she'd be like, "You can make it work."
Keisha,
Yes.
Keisha, you got the biggest takeaway out of all of them boy here.
Yeah, you know what? The biggest takeaway is that my husband was a character in one of the plays that we had here in New York. He was Deacon Anderson, and I was supposed to bring his socks, and I forgot the socks, and he was so upset with me. Yet it was the highlight of the whole performance that he had no socks on. It was comical.
But that wasn't even the
great. It
takeaway
was
I was talking
memorable
about.
story. It was phenomenal. And I said he was trying to be so happy after that. I'm like, that was all me. All me. Forgetting the socks. But yeah, we just had some great times together. Like you said, it's just the family, the camaraderie, the spiritual side, the lessons. I'm one that always have problems remembering lines. Like, what is going on here? But you know, it works. It works. You work it out. You improv and do whatever you need to do. So it was a great experience. It's been a long time, a very long time.
But Keisha, you forgot something.
What?
Where did you meet your husband?
Oh, I met my husband at I guess it was in the beginning of the NJ Productions upstairs in the church office. Him and I were talking about, I don't even know what we talking about, the biographies actually. Yeah, so how could I forget that, right? It was the socks. It was the socks.
That's why she forgot some socks.
Yes. Yeah. So him and I did meet actually doing our biographies. He's like, "Oh, your biography is not all, it needs a little work. I could work on it." But obviously that was the pickup line. So we definitely did connect through NJ Productions, which is great. Thank you. We've been together for 15 years now. Been married.
Yes.
Congratulations.
Yes.
So that was a good takeaway, y'all. I think my takeaway
I'm sorry, takeaway.
I think my takeaway tops all of y'all. You know what I'm saying?
It does. It's true.
Because Nisha ain't had no band for me.
Yeah, because we meet nobody nowhere. I would definitely say the what I've learned or what I've taken away. Definitely, Nisha and I was acting together before NJ Productions, and we learned from other production companies. However, when she started NJ Productions, like it just brought it up to a whole nother level in regards to giving us pretty much confidence to audition for other things. And then also we learned too, like we learned those times when she's yelling, like, don't take it personal. It's about, getting the job done and making sure that, we stay focused, because our crew was a bunch of clowns. We cracked jokes pretty much all rehearsal, and she would be laughing in the beginning. The next thing you know, she just flips it. So we're like, she was laughing too. But, we just learned to be professional. And we learned that, when we had those moments where, we wanted to just, have a good time, we did that as well. And like you said, all of you guys have said, we definitely became a family. We may not see each other all the time, but when we do see each other, we always have a good time, as if we were all together still.
So what was your most challenging role?
I don't think any of my roles was challenging with NJ Productions. I think, I guess one of my most challenging moments was I was always the one that was getting kicked out of rehearsal. I would always take it too far, and I was one that I would legit get kicked out. But I don't think any of the roles were challenging.
Yeah, you was. You got you and Naisha and Lakeisha, my sisters, got kicked out.
Yeah,
because they play too much.
Yeah, we did.
Kristen, what was your most challenging role?
I can't just choose one. It's true. I will start by saying when I played Pam in Unequally Yoked, Pam had to be kind of ghetto. And I'm from the mean streets of Greenbrier. Like, there is no ghetto. No, Pam pulled out a little bit of. She stretched me a little in the ratchet. She was a little ratchet, and I don't think I'm ratchet. When I played Grace in How Did I Get Here? Truthfully, that role kind of redefined my life, honestly, because quick story, having to be paired up with my love mate, Carlos. First of all, I kicked and screamed against that. We can talk about that another time.
Yeah, why is that? Why is that, Chris?
Let's talk about it now, right, Carlos?
Okay, so Nisha's like, I wrote this play called, so she's telling me about the play, and she's like, you're gonna have a fiance, and it's Carlos. Now, Carlos, I'm 32. At the time, I think I was 27. Carlos is, older than me.
Yes, I am.
If I were a little younger, I was a child, maybe like if I were 10 years. Anyway, so I was like,
wow, really?
How old are you? Carlos, how old are you?
How old am I?
Yeah.
I'm 52.
Exactly. So I was like, Nisha, like,
Stunner.
I was like, you can't pass for this role. Like, I think I literally asked her like why, or like I was legitimately angry with her. Nothing against Carlos. I was just like, how do you expect me to have a romantic relationship with somebody who is, as Omar calls you, the elder Negro? So I was just like, and like, figure it out, So me and Carlos just had to build chemistry. Like, we would text in character and call each other baby and hug, and and truthfully, eventually our chemistry was, you couldn't tell that I didn't want to do it. The Negro kissed me on stage the night of the show. But the truth is, all of that
full character.
Right. But the truth is, all of that stretched me personally, and it made me look. Huh? What you say? Oh, okay. All of that stretched me personally.
Let me show you what this elderly nigga could do.
And he did it. And he did. But anyway, as I've tried to say 3 times, it stretched me personally, so it made me look at the actual relationship I was in, and I ended it. Because the character that I'm with 2-3 times a week was treating me better than my regular boyfriend. I was like, oh, you got it. Lastly, when I played Promise, which was my first play, Nisha had the brilliant idea for me to be drunk in the second scene. And yeah, let's just say she put me out a few times because I was drunk enough. And she was like, you need to go home and watch people who are drunk. And so I did. And I came back, and I guess I nailed it.
Wow.
So whatever.
Amazing.
Facts.
Thank you, Michael. It was facts.
She killed that. She killed it.
We was fussing the whole time. I was like, oh my gosh, she's driving me crazy. You not drunk.
Yo, it was horrible. It was horrible drunk person. I was like, what is he doing? Has she ever been drunk before? She never seen no one drunk in the family.
Right. In the times that, I hope my father's not watching. I'm just like, in the times I've been drunk, I wasn't sloppy and slurring. Like, I want to go to bed. So I had to go study because that ain't my time.
But no, that's definitely something hard to play, but you did very well. You know what I mean? So yeah, that was really good what you did. That just goes to show how great of an actor you are. Obviously.
you knew it was coming. You knew it was coming.
It's been many times I've been at rehearsal telling Nisha I can't work with these people.
literally he has said that.
Oh my God, so arrogant.
You're welcome.
I can't do another 30 minutes of this.
Who's your most challenging part? Who's your most challenging role, Michael?
For me, I think it would, man, in all honesty, I think it was when Camden, was my wife when I was, How Did I Get Here? How Did I Get Here? Being abusive towards a woman, it was very hard for me, but I had to take on that role, and a lot of people hated it, so that made me know that I did that character well. It was just so hard for me because Camden, she wanted me to really beat on her and hold her up in the air by her neck. It was bananas. I'm like, yo, Ma, you serious? You want me to hold you? I will break your neck. Like, she wanted to overact. First of all, let me get close for this one. We ain't really getting paid for this. So we don't need to be No, I'm playing. Nisha does pay us later. She pays us later. I'm just playing, but no, that role was very hard. I mean, you had people. I think Camden's father was I think her brother or cousin or something had to hold her father back. He wanted to run on the stage.
Yes.
That first time we did it because it looked so real when I picked her up in the air, choking her, but she had her hands on my forearm. I made her do it because she wanted to just dangle in the air and pass out. It was crazy. But it was so real. I mean, just the stuff that we did. Again, that goes back to my previous thing about my takeaways. Is just your message that people really go through this. You can go to church and see someone smile in your face, kiss them on their cheek, whatever. They go back home and beat on their wife, or vice versa. The woman beat on their husband, whatever, beating on their kids. You never know. So those things can touch people. But that was one of my hardest roles because I have a wife, I have a daughter. So it is hard because you don't want them to be in that type of situation, but you also prepare them if it does come, they'd be ready. So yeah.
Carlos.
I would say in the first one, Chuchi's Day, when I played Mike, when I was the killer, and I had to one, act like I was drunk, never been drunk, and and coming in and the other part of that scene, coming in and to the funeral and having to play that I was shocked and shocked to see the body there. That was one. The other one, when I was playing Chris' husband and Unequally Yoked, because being well, the first time I played in that, let me say this. I played by default because the lead character in Unequally Yoked, this is when I forgot her name. The guy didn't show up. So Niche, and I played in, practice and rehearsal, and then Niche said, you're gonna be the main character. So that one, the first time and the second time with Christian, it was nerve-wracking to me because I'm worried about being doing the role, performing the role to that level, and I was like doubting myself, and I had to overcome that and try to perform the best that I could in Unequally Yoked on both occasions.
Well, let's talk about how you called me by the wrong name.
Yo, that was crazy.
Yo, okay, here it is. We in rehearsal. Everybody else is calling the wrong names and stuff. So, and in saying this, and I think it's going to go to one of the questions. I'm just going to jump ahead. I think that was one of the biggest roles, and Mike is going to laugh at me because he did it later on. But what happened was when doing rehearsal, people were getting wrong names and stuff like that. That was good. You know what I'm saying? And then get out there and hitting the lines with Christian, and I called her by the wrong name. And when I realized it, I was so mad at myself. But to the professionalism of Christian, she picked it right up. And because I could hear the audience, they were into it. And the ladies said, I know it. But Christian was so professional and right on time with that, she played right into it. Played right into it.
For context, for anybody who doesn't understand what we're talking about, in this play, he's my husband, and I think he's messing with another woman. And so I'm leaving him because of the difficult, the things have changed. And as I'm walking out the door, he calls me by the other woman's name. Now, let me just say that in that moment in real life, and I shared this with Nisha, the reaction I gave was genuine. Like, I was shocked, like whatever. I don't even know what I did next or said next because all I could
I believed you cursed. You said a few curse words.
I don't know. Because I genuinely felt like my real actual man just called me by the wrong name. And woo! and the audience was eating it up.
The
They
audience
ate
was
it up.
absolutely crazy.
It was perfect. It was an accident, but
Right.
perfect.
Right.
It
Right.
was an
And besides that, and thank you for doing that, Christian. And when I realized I made the mistake, the thing that came to my mind was Nisha is gonna kill me. Nisha is gonna kill me. Nisha is gonna kill me. Now Mike will laugh at this because he did it and it was right, he was right about it. I was so upset and worried about what Nisha was gonna say. There was a following scene, what was it, a year or two later, Mike?
Yeah.
And I was so upset about what mistake I made, I never changed clothes. So I came back to the following scene a year or two later wearing the same clothes. So after the play was over with, Mike pointed it out to me and just laughed. I mean, it was funny, but it wasn't funny because I just messed up. But after that, you know, Nisha, and I apologize to Nisha a lot of times for that, but she said it made things, it was a bad thing, but it was a great thing because how people reacted to it and how Christian reacted to it, and it made it so believable for the audience, and we just like ran with it. And it looked like Nisha put it in the script.
Right.
But it was a big mistake.
Oh.
I was so upset. Like I said, oh my God, Nisha's gonna kill me. She's done with me, the whole nine. I was done.
Why didn't you tell him in the back to go change clothes, Suave?
No. I was on the other side.
He was on the other side.
I was on the other side.
This is after the play was over.
This one we did it at. Yeah, we did it at Nana's church that day, and I was on the opposite side where we can't get to the other side without going outside and or coming through the stage.
Oh my God!
Oh my God!
That was something.
My next question what would be your most memorable moment?
Well, that definitely was mine.
That same play when Suave hit his leg on the coffee table and on stage. Because Nisha had all this furniture. Okay, Nisha had all this furniture, and somebody flipped the lighters. Oh no, that was in Try God.
Yeah,
that was in Try God, and Suave hit his leg and cussed, and he was like bleeding. And
everybody was laughing.
I did curse in Spanish, so no one really knew, except those who knew Spanish.
Or whatever. And it was just anyway. When Nisha got that couch bed for Try God, and everybody was like,
really? Out of all the couches at a rent center, you choose the 1,000-pound couch for us to carry.
And
it was crazy.
And Suave are sweating getting this couch on stage, and Jadon is not lifting it at all. I mean, there's so many memorable moments. The New York trip one that I don't think we can discuss.
Right. No.
I'm tripping.
Let's go to Tiffany. Tiffany, what's your most memorable moment?
It's so many. I would have to say when Keisha did forget Chris's socks, and that became like the funniest scene ever with him having no socks. I think that was one of my most memorable ones. There's so many, but I think that's the most memorable for me.
Michael.
Oh, there's a lot of them too. I mean, I think this was the one that was memorable to me because you jumped in my mind, and I told you after the play. If y'all remember the first play we did, what was it? Try God?
Tuesday's Day.
Tuesday's Day. Oh my goodness, I'm tripping. Choosing. But no, the scene. I forgot I think we might have been in Portsmouth, but when the scene for the funeral, when we first had it set up before the curtains opened, we had the casket in front of all of us. So if we were sitting down, you couldn't see us. And I remember I told everyone, yo, Nisha gonna kill us. If they open this thing, we gotta move these seats to the side because you ain't gonna be able to see us. And thank God we did, because Nisha would have bugged. If they would open that curtain and you couldn't see none of us over that casket, I remember that. It's like she knew what we was doing back there, but we couldn't see her. She couldn't see us. But it went in my head. She like, y'all better move this whole set. So that's one thing I remember. And it turned out great, other than the first time we did it, we all passed the microphone around.
Oh
Like,
man.
that was bad. That was like
Right.
Section 8 type. You know, yo, Nisha was so mad. What else could we do? Who came out with the mic? It was
Who started the mic pass?
Chevette, and she passed it to you and Tam. And then when I came in, no. Chevette passed it to me, and then I gave it to y'all, and then it came into Gary. Tackles, by the way.
If y'all would have seen Nisha in her seat, I think her booty was so tight. She wanted the yo. Oh, and luckily that was a 3:00 show. We had another one at night, but she said, if y'all bring that microphone, oh, she was livid.
That was 12 o'clock. Was it? Did we do 3 shows? I don't know. Anyway, whatever.
It was a 12 o'clock. I think we only did 2 that day because I think we did 3 days. We did Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. I don't know. It was so many.
But speaking of casket, she didn't tell anybody in the cast that she was going to have a real casket.
Right.
Yo, that was crazy. That was crazy.
Yeah, that's what that Mount Gilead. Yeah.
Yes. So all I know was I was in literal tears in the back because I was like, "There's a casket." You know, my mama had just died a few years before. It was a trigger, and I was just like,
I ain't going back there. I ain't going back there.
Yo, but the crowd was crazy too. When they rolled that out for the first time, yo, the crowd was going bananas.
Yes.
I died.
Yeah, they didn't think she died. Yup, that's facts. They didn't know. And then, because our commentator.
One lady said, I knew she was dead. I knew she was dead.
That's exactly how they shout out to the audience.
Yeah. Well, as far as mine, of course, my very first one, Chuji's Day. My other one is when we did the skit of Try God. We did a skit. It was for it was breast cancer, right, Nisha?
Mm-hmm.
And I played a doctor. We were over in Portsmouth Social Services Building, and we did another one at my church. Shout out New Cary Baptist Church. And what blew me away was the testimony that some of those ladies gave was powerful. I'm like, let me step aside. I mean, literally, these women would they would bring you to tears with the testimony they gave about not only them but their family, what they went through, and dealing with breast cancer. That right there stuck out of that's just really stuck out. And of course, the one that we just described when I called Christian the wrong name. Those, I mean, there are others, but those 3, will stick with me forever.
Tiffany,
I gave mine.
She did already.
You did?
Yeah.
Okay.
She's saying it wasn't good enough. Tight enough.
Right. So I get kicked out again.
Okay. So
I'm laughing in between questions. I mean, come on.
Y'all be making me laugh, like especially Michael with his stories.
What's your go-to song, Mike?
Choose ye this day.
That's not your go-to song.
No, that's not the go-to, Mike.
What was the song you used to sing?
What's my go-to?
Oh, what's the name of the song?
That Matt wrote that was in every play.
Oh Lord,
yo,
we sung that song. I sung that song.
Oh my stars, yo, we killed that song, man. Oh my goodness, everyone sung that. That was crazy.
My mind at ease. Everybody, even Carlos.
And I don't sing.
Me neither.
Oh, God.
So
right.
Yeah, right, Poppy.
So it's been a very, very long time since we've all been on the stage, especially those from New York. I haven't been with them in 12 years. So if we were to do a show now, what type of character would you want to be introduced to? Something that you've never done. What would be one of the characters that you would like to try? Michael.
I don't know, man. I've done a lot of characters for you. Only person I think I've never done is being like a preacher or something.
Most of our plays, I'm going to say, you was always a good guy. So my question to you, how did it feel then on the
I mean,
a bad guy? because most of the time you was the perfect husband. When you started off with me, you were always the good guy. You was always the good husband. You and Tam had crazy chemistry on the phone, on the stage. So you was always the good guy. And then I turned around and I switched you to that abusive home husband.
Call me a hoe? What you call me? Oh man, y'all better bleep that out. What's this called?
What's all of that?
Nene, that's how you do me though, man. Oh man.
Wow. That's a lot. That's a lot.
I'm telling you.
How was that? As an actor?
I'm not trying to be funny or be overconfident. It was easy for me. Because like you said, I always played the good guy, the good fiance or husband or what have you, and to play that role, it was just simple to me. You know what I'm saying? Because I know at the end of the day it's just acting. Was it a struggle? Yes, like I said earlier, when it came to abusing a woman, because I've been in a play before where on the outside, and this was before I joined your crew, I was playing a guy on the outside. I go to work every day. I was a good husband, even though I was, job to job, but on the background, there was a scene where I was, trying to molest her daughter, so that was very hard for me, you know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, I know it's acting, so to be honest, I will play any role. Only one that I've never played before that I could think of is being like a preacher or something. That'll be hard for me because y'all, the way that you all praise the Lord like a Baptist, I'm not saying y'all Baptist, but it's different. You know what I'm saying? From what I was raised in. I was raised Catholic, I changed my life around, with Christianity, because we all believe in God and Jesus and all that, but it's just different. The way that you all sing, like I've always been intimidated, to sing with, Promise. She's always going to be my little daughter, but because her voice is crazy, but she has that church voice. Me, I have that, red light, throw your drawers by the front door type voice. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? That
there it is.
But you know what I'm saying? So it has been a challenge for me, but that was the only thing I would say that I'm not saying I'll be a great preacher, but it would be hard for me.
Throw your drawers. God.
He got the throw your drawers voice, Kristen. So what you got to say?
You said it right. Abusive hoe. That took me out of here. I was about to have to walk off of this live because that blessed me. Yeah. I don't know. Okay, so I've been an old lady, a church woman. I've been a teenage drunkard who wanted to leave the house. I've been ratchet, and I've been like the know-it-all control freak sister. I'm not really sure. I feel like any role you throw at me, I'm gonna figure it out. Maybe make me, I don't know. I don't know, like a man dominator. I don't know. Like, I think I wear the pants in the house. I don't know. Like, throw at me, I'm gonna figure it out though.
Right.
I don't know.
Carlos?
That's a hard question. Maybe playing a because I work in the field working with people mentally ill youth. I think I would like to try that role at playing a mentally ill patient, a psychotic patient. And Nisha, like Mike, as far as playing the good guy, I think the last play we did together, Chris, I played the bad dude.
You did, you.
But not like Mike though. I mean, Mike was throwing cannon around.
I forgot.
I auditioned for that. But Nisha wanted me to play the good guy, play the nice fiance. But I think playing a real bad guy, real bad guy, and playing a mentally ill patient. Those are two I would like to do.
By the way, I totally forgot about the play You Win, and I got to throw pie in your face.
Yeah.
That was wonderful. I forgot all about that.
Yeah, that stain is still in my suit too.
Oh wow! As far as memorable moments, and You Win, I was drinking on stage, real liquor.
Yes, she was, and sweating to death.
Real liquor. Tiffany like sweat. I'm like, why is she sweating?
Sweating.
tell you quickly because in the second, did we do 2 shows that day? Yes.
Yeah.
In the second show, Rebecca calls to intermission with a whole scene left in the first half. And I was supposed to refill my Paul Masson bottle with like tea during intermission. But what was it? It was Crown Apple. I had 2 bottles on the stage. Anyway, either way, because she called to intermission too soon, I'm fully in character. And so I was so upset. I spent the whole intermission like crying because I was still fully in character. So I never got the chance to refill my bottle with tea. And in the scene, a couple scenes ahead, I'm supposed to be sipping, but I ran out of tea. I had a Paul Masson bottle on stage as a prop, and I popped the bottle. My brother, who was taping, was like, "Oh, when I heard that pop, I knew that was real." And so I'm sipping, but because the girl who's in the scene with me is trying to get her 5 minutes of fame and is just going on and on her song, I keep sipping. I'm sipping. I'm taking like double shots of Paul Masson. And so I started sweating because I was hot from the liquor, and the season had changed to winter, and I was still sweating like 2 scenes later because of
and also the fact that you had about 9,000 scene changes and
right. I was
changing
in
clothes.
every scene in that movie and changing clothes in the hallway.
Oh my gosh.
Every scene. So
Wow.
yeah.
Tiffany.
Way to go, Nisha.
I think I went first.
You did not.
I did so.
You did not.
What
I
was it?
asked you what.
Oh, so I would say I would be, I don't know, I guess anything serious, because it was always something funny with me. So I would say anything that was serious. Anything serious.
Do you think you honestly could play a serious role?
I don't know. That would be a challenge for me because I'm used to being a clown, but I could try it. See what happens.
For the viewing audience, we're really this dysfunctional. Like, what you see is what you get.
That's it.
And it's. I mean, Kristen said it funny, but it's really the truth because this is what happens when we are behind the stage. This is what happens when we are in rehearsal. Michael is Michael or they. If he is not being suave, we like, okay, is something wrong with him? Like, what is happening?
Yo, but y'all know what it is, man. Even when I was, choking Camden, you had people screaming from the audience, yo, he could beat me. I'm like, yo, they crazy. They crazy up in here.
What I will say about now this clip, I'm gonna say my Virginia cast was rougher than my New York cast when it came to new people coming aboard.
That's because, Nisha, sometimes you bring in people and I feel like you don't vet them at all. Like, so you have to do it. Okay. It's just like, where's she coming from?
Right.
They wasn't as open and warm.
I think part of that too is because certain ones we Mike, Christian, Camden, Tam. There's a few others that we were part of a family, and because we worked so long, we developed that bond. And when they couldn't perform again, here's somebody else coming in new that, like Christian said, where they come from, like, oh, this ain't gonna work. Really?
They'll be in one place.
Nisha, you might have cut this person out. You might have cut this person out to sing because this ain't working. I think that's part of it too.
But Nisha will cut somebody out. We'll come to rehearsal and that person will be on. We were like, what happened to so-and-so?
Exactly.
And next week somebody else walk in and we were like, who is that?
Yeah, that sounds like.
But let me replace somebody. They don't feel no ways about it. They're like, okay, on to the next. It's never been a person I cut. They be like, why you cut her or why you cut him? Because they would say, we knew you was gonna cut her.
Yo, my only thing is, I'm like, why you wait so long to cut Nana though?
Nana, if you're watching, beat him.
Right.
Nana know I'm gonna mess with her. Nana know. Nana, if you watching this, Nana, you the only person that I knew that didn't know their lines until the day of the show. And even then, you had it hidden in your purse. Tighten up.
For the record, Nana told me I was too heavy set. One of the dresses I had on one day. So like she was like, you can't wear that, you too heavy set. That was bro.
Wow.
Love Nana.
Michael, you really gonna say that? You know it's gonna get
No,
you.
Nana know I love her. Nana know I'm just messing with her. Shout out to her husband. You know we love you, Nana.
Chips at the plate. He was eating a bag of chips. Was that him? Oh no, he answered his phone.
All I know is Nana Church did us wrong. We couldn't bring no food or nothing.
In the line.
We was yo, that junk was crazy. I mean, we can't eat nothing. We've been there all day. You know, Nene, depending on how we did our last rehearsal, she gonna make us show up at 8 in the morning. Play don't start at 3 o'clock. People don't know their lines. She ain't like the last scene. and the favorite scenes, the ones that we got, she always want to go over those for some reason. You need to work on them other scenes. I swear, you had to do that drunk scene so many times after you got it. It was crazy.
I was like, I got it now.
Yeah, I was happy though, because you know, I think that play I was only in there for half of it before my daughter died. I don't know which play was I was in there. I was in there for like 2 scenes. I was like, she got me bugging. In for 2 scenes.
That play, I was in the beginning and the end. Nothing in the middle. All my family.
Oh, it was you. Like, yeah.
Where's Kristen? Where's Kristen? She won't.
Yeah, that was crazy. If you showed up late or left early, they missed you.
I was in one play too. I came in the second half of the scene, on the second act. Wasn't in the first act whatsoever. I was grown.
But I will say about all of you that's here today, no matter how many lines you had, it was amazing. It really was. If it's 4 lines, if it's 20 lines, if it's 12 lines, when it came to the lights, camera, action, y'all was all amazing.
Well, after the play you win, where I was in every scene, I will never ask for it. I literally was changing clothes right off the stage. So wow. I'm good.
Wow.
Yeah.
Michael, we got about 7 minutes left. And I'm just going to ask a last question to everybody. So, Michael, being on the stage, I've given you several roles. You've also you've had the same wife every play, and the chemistry was amazing on stage. I mean, if you would have looked at y'all would have thought that y'all was really into a real relationship. One of the things that I loved about keeping you, because I got rid of a lot of people due to relationship issues. It wasn't that they weren't good, but then when it came to their spouses, when it came to your spouse, and she's not an actor, but yet she understood. So,
I mean, I don't know if there's a question in there. I think you just give me a lot of kudos. I appreciate that. You know, a lot of it has to do with just me being light skinned. You know what I mean? I mean, come on, man. You know, yo, shout out to Elder Bard, yo. Where he at, man?
That boy is stupid.
You know, it's crazy though. Me and my wife have talked about this, and I'll keep it short because I know we got a little bit of time left. But you know, only time she would really get upset is if I had to, you know, kiss someone. We talked about that because I've done internet shows before, and she would get upset, but she understood. You know what I mean? So even with all of this that we do, it's acting at the end of the day, and we have to make people believe, you know, the character that we are playing. Right. And a lot of people thought me and Tam were married for real. You know, the way that we acted on stage, the first few plays that I did with you, and then comes Camden, the way that we you know, came together on one accord. It was just beautiful, man. It just goes to show how great of an actor that they are, not just me. They make me look better, to be honest. I mean, Camden was the over actor. I hope she's watching. That girl, you give her 10 lines, she's gonna take 50. You go, and she gonna wait till the day of. So it's definitely a surprise. But no, it wasn't as challenging, and my wife understood. So at the end of the day, I appreciate her. I appreciate you all. It wasn't like you was doing certain plays where it was going to be, nasty or something like that. You know what I mean? You definitely were professional and respected other people. You know what I mean? So I appreciate you.
Yeah, because you did no kissing. The most you did was hugging and holding hands in the play.
And picking people up, because I pick Pam and Cannon up. She's like, Mike, you can't lift me up. I said, girl, come here. Boy, that's probably why she got a kid now. She had a kid, she's like, I gotta get me a young stunner. Because one of the next play we went to go get her, she's like, I can't do this, y'all. I'm pregnant.
That boy stupid.
So, Kristen, I know you stated in the beginning how when you came to NJ Productions, you came as a singer. But you sung in the plays, but I didn't push the singer in you. I pushed the actor in you. How did that make you feel at the beginning until now?
I mean, and I'll be quick because we run out of time. Initially, it was intimidating. I had acted before, but not on this scale, like school plays and stuff. So I really wasn't looking to act. I thought I was funny and entertaining, but not an actor. So it was intimidating, but it brought out something I ended up falling in love with, to the point that it brought about my creative mind. I've now written and produced my own play, and I'm working on something now, and I have other stuff that we can't do because of COVID. But I would probably say the theatrical side, even to the extent of writing and directing and producing, might have been within me. I didn't know to look for it until I was kind of forced to, because I came to an audition to sing and ended up acting. There you go. Got to be drunk for the first time. And then, see, look how life is just like full circle. My first play with you, I was drunk on stage. My last play with you, I was drunk on stage. God is good.
The first one was pretend.
Oh.
The second one was acting.
That was fine print. I didn't know. But that's all.
Carlos, when
Yes.
you first came and you did your audition, the first thing you said to me was, "Be sure I've never acted. I don't really do this." And between now and there, where do you see yourself as an actor? How do you see yourself?
I mean, privileged, blessed to be accepted in, and since that I love doing this, and that I would like to further career, being a real old actor, what Christian said, say that type of thing. But I would like to delve deeper in the roles, and just I love performing. I guess that's pretty much it. That's where I see Miles coming from. I'm new to this, to I want to do this, and I love it.
Tiffany, it had to be challenging working with me at times because we family. And sometimes I could be harder on my family because I expect more from them than others. And I know there was times that I was extra hard on you and my sister, but y'all was extra stupid. y'all were extra I mean, because as much as y'all challenged me in a negative way, I challenged y'all even the more on the stage. So how is it working with the director and the cousin all mixed in one?
It is challenging. However, we knew how to decipher which is which. We knew when it was, family versus when it's NJ, let's get this job done. So, it's challenging, but it challenged you to, you have to know when you have to turn it on and when to turn it off. So, we learned to adjust. You were definitely harder with us, but we know how it go. We hard. We knew how to handle it.
So it's my time. So before I'd like to thank all of y'all seriously. It was fun having y'all. We haven't seen each other in a while on the stage. I really do. I miss the whole cast. I miss those in New York, but I definitely miss my new family here in VA, because it's been a whole year since we've been on the stage with each other. And I'm just looking forward to seeing what 2021 is going to be for us. But before I let each and every one of y'all go, I'm just going to give everybody a 30-second to say something before we leave. But again, I thank y'all for being with me on today. So we're going to start with you, Michael, since you're walking.
Yeah, I'm sorry. The kids are about to start trick or treating over here. I was sitting in my truck. My wife said, "Move the truck. They about to come up." But it's always a pleasure being with you all. I'm just blessed, to just be a part of anything, your vision, your purpose. So I thank each and every one of you all, for allowing me to be with you, act with you, love you, pray with you, so on and so forth. So thank you.
Carlos.
Pretty much what Mike said. I miss you guys. I was telling my daughter the other day. And with that being said, we wanted to get back and make Nisha's vision and what she puts on paper to come to life. So my thing is, you guys be safe out here, and looking forward to getting back on stage, getting rehearsal to cut up and act crazy, but get back to performing. I love you guys.
Love you. I love you, husband.
Tiffany.
I would definitely say exactly what those guys said as well, to continue to promote what your vision is. And it's also allowing us to create our own visions as well. So I'm definitely grateful for the upbringing, learning what I've learned working for NJ Productions, and we'll continue to carry that throughout.
I'm going to be a little vain because I'm going to say, hey, you guys, if you want to follow me on social media, please.
I love
follow me on social media. Here's on the screen at Miss Chrissy Diane on Instagram and Twitter. I am about to start a campaign called 30 Days of Thankful. And for every day in November, I want you on your social media platforms to post something that you are grateful for. Use the hashtag 30 Days of Thankful, the hashtag according to Chris. And on December 1st, I will be drawing 3 names for gift card giveaways. I'm also going to be doing a giveaway Christmas initiative. And also thanks to Nisha for the opportunity, not just be on the, this, but to be with NJ Productions. It's been a blessing and sometimes a headache, but we are a family like a giant tree. Follow me on IG and Twitter.
So look for us soon in 2021. NJ Productions and our next production. I was going to say something, but I don't want to say it yet. But I will see y'all on next week at 5:00. And again, thank y'all for being with me. I love you guys.
Love you.
Hi, I'm Tiffany, the productions coordinator for the new hit show, I'm Just Sayin. I hope you enjoyed tonight's episode. If you're interested in becoming a panelist for the show, please contact myself, Tiffany Buckley, or Shannon Hutchinson, and email us at njproductionsinc@gmail.com, and one of us will get back to you as soon as possible. I'm Just Sayin.